Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Pro Cycling Manager 2020. It's Champions. We're on episode number 10. Black Panther on a +3 race day condition actually has a really good shot at getting some sort of result here because currently, until moments ago, Star-Lord was actually leading this opening prologue of the Tour de Normandy. Imhoff, a proven time trialist, just went top by just 2 seconds, but if Star-Lord could pull that off on just a +1 race day condition. Oh, so close. 3 seconds off for Black Panther. So our objective for this race, it's a 2-star objective, by the way, is a stage win. So this is what we're playing out for. Now, Spider-Man, I believe, is supposed to be our top guy in the discipline, and that's why he is going last. So maybe, just maybe, we can do something. Star-Lord, Black Panther, both going very, very close. Even Captain America is in the top 10 right now, and we don't have any proper people for the discipline, but a little race day condition bonus can go a long ways. And the field, there doesn't seem to be any big contenders as we're heading into this last group, but if they're going to be, we'd see them now. Ermino just went second best, so we've slipped to third and fourth. We're still on a podium anyway, and that's certainly a good start. Now, this is a really, really big week for us. 3 of our largest objectives of the entire season all this week. Oh, -2, come on. Yeah, 67, meaning 65, not going to be enough for Spider-Man. At 4.8k, it's all prologue, and that's just not going to cut it. 18 seconds down, so we do miss out. Star-Lord's still third place. Black Panther's dropped to 6th, even though he's only 1 second behind. And you get a couple of those top competitors coming up now. Chevalier is there in 10th. Captain America now 15th. And there you go. Imhoff hangs on to win. Ermino 2nd. Star-Lord is 3rd. Black Panther keeps a top 10 position down in 7th. Not enough, but it's at least already consolation level. We don't have a stage win. We have 6 stages to go to try to find that, but we do at least have a stage with a podium finish. So partial failure, the very worst we'll see. On to stage number 2. So one thing you might have noticed is this is not my strongest team that we've brought here. It's a bit subpar compared to what we could potentially bring. Main reason for that is that while we have 3 objectives this week overlapping, the other 2 are 3 and 4-star objectives. This one is a 2-star objective. So we've brought a weaker team to this, assuming that there's a good chance we're going to fail. So having a podium on a stage is already good. That's going to help. That'll set us up a little bit easier for what's to come. Speaking of setting ourselves up, 14k to go. Let's go ahead and ease into this thing. A lot of good race day condition. A lot of these guys are on fitness peaks right now. Again, this comes down to so many objectives at the same time. So we picked up a few objectives for this one. Also with a team that's balanced and none of them are set as leaders in their contracts. There's really only 1 or 2 training plans to follow. And so we're seeing a lot of overlap within the team on everybody kind of being prepared mostly at the same time. And there's 4 or 5 of these guys that are all on fitness peaks right now. But the race day condition, a few of them anyway, is even better than expected. Iron Man, probably our best bet. He's got the high resistance. He's going to be a pretty good sprinter today. Captain America is going to be a decent one to follow. We, of course, want to keep Star-Lord and Black Panther in their strong position in the general classification. So, Star-Lord, let's just put you on a kind of follow. Spider-Man +4. Oh, hello, Spider-Man. We'll go for Spider-Man. You also may have noticed that Cyclops is here. Now, here's the thing with Cyclops as we get this moving again. This is Cyclops 2. Cyclops 2 will be just Cyclops 1 in a short bit, but right now I have 2 Cyclops on the schedule. Now, on the roster. As I talked about this previously, what we had going for us was I tried to add our new rider in manually, and they weren't working. It kept crashing the game. Cyclops, you're going to have to ride a little bit harder here. Get us out front. You're not doing any damage to your teammates, but we need to try to get into that more advanced position. Anyway, it kept crashing the game over and over again. So Cyclops was just ineffective. So I took a rider who had a 50 overall. Their max potential was probably maybe a 56. They weren't signed to any team. It was a new gen rider who was just created for this season. We went ahead and put them onto our roster, renamed them, and took care of all of that. And amazingly, they're still contributing right now, protecting Black Panther. 6K to go. This is time to gel up for the group. And Wolverine needs to step up the pace. Ourselves out front and pushing for the end. Come on, Black Panther.
The finish line is getting close. The riders just passed the 5 kilometers road sign.
Find a little gap here, but only Captain America was able to get through it. They blocked us off temporarily, so Iron Man loses a little bit of energy. But as we come towards the end on this one, we're in a decent place. 2.8K. Start our sprint. 4 riders.
It's going to be very fast.
Good lead out from Captain America, except for Iron Man didn't quite hold the wheel. As we come up towards the finish, there's our sprinter, Spider-Man. 400 meters to go. Could maybe get another podium for us, but it looks like we're going to be about 4th place. One of those guys was fading. We're definitely, one of them was massively out sprinting, and one was holding his position ahead of us. 4th place, 6th place, 9th place. Certainly not bad. We're getting a lot more results than we used to get in terms of top 10s, but getting a win is still another matter that we're a bit short of. We'll get there. We'll get there. They're continuing to grow pretty rapidly.
That an attack is highly unlikely.
Stage 3 coming up on the finish here. 11K to go. Cyclops trying to pull out front, setting up another sprint. There was a temporary split in the peloton, but the back half has regained contact here as we approach the end. It's a little late for them to get forward. There is a little bit of an uphill section. We're just starting to get into that swing right now. Iron Man's going to take over here momentarily. And now onto the front. 9K to go.
Teammates of the main sprinters are not handing out tickets for
It's
a
a good time to
breakaway,
try
so
to
the stage
open
will
up.
end up in a mass sprint.
Let's see if we can get some sort of gap as we go over this little hill approaching the end. This could definitely change the outcome a little bit. Iron Man going pretty hard and doing just a slight amount of damage to his teammates, but this has got to be hurting those that are chasing, and especially if we're able to attack the downhill as we now go over the top. With 5K to go, I'm going to actually sprint the downhill section and try to use that to open the gap. We're not going to continue the sprint. See Iron Man able to get back in. Wow, we're already coming up on 3K to go, and here goes Plankart. Plankart's here. Wow. 2.1.
And they're off.
Wolverine,
It's going
let's
to
go.
be very fast.
Wow, those guys are fast, but they also went very, very early. Star-Lord's on for a ride, so we don't want to go too early. Spider-Man now, your turn. Okay, setting up Black Panther for the finish. 700 meters, a little bit later here. 600 meters, still a little bit. Okay, now you go. Star-Lord, follow on. Oh, Black Panther got blocked by his own man who was already in front of him, so it's not like he was actually blocked. We're going to just miss a top 3 yet again.
A great win in the sprint of the strong man.
Viviani, but not that Viviani. White grabs 3rd this time after winning the previous stage. We get 4th and 5th place. Last time it's 4th and 6th and 9th. This time we get 4th, 5th, and 8th. Is that moving up? Well, technically it is.
The riders bringing up the rear have made it through
Little splits in the peloton,
willpower.
but it all looks pretty much together.
Real strength sapper. And here are the key moments.
Such a short stage, I almost didn't even notice. A, the field has split. B, we were already down to 7K. going over the final
5
hill. So
kilometers to the finish line.
a little late to the party as we pull out, but we do pull out in front, and that's good. 4K to go. I think we can just about do this thing now. 3.5K to go. Captain America trying to get a little
And he
head
moves on to
start.
the attack. It
Coming
could be
around through there.
decisive.
2.7 does no damage to anyone behind him.
And there
Wolverine
goes the mad
hanging
burst
in
for the
there.
final
Now on to
sprint.
Black Panther. We need a little more speed than we are getting. 1K to go. There goes Wolverine just flying, but he's going to come up short. 700 meters on to Iron Man. There's that chaos of the fast sprinters coming on
A
late,
great win in
and
the
we're
sprint
going to
of the
finish a little
strongman.
further down, even though we had enough red bar and went early. Just the rest of the field was a little better positioned this time than
The tail enders are
previous
still coming
times,
in.
and had the energy to kind of get to the end. Wolverine looked good there for a second as he somehow went clear, but we weren't
just in
able to
case you missed
kind
them,
of go with
here
his
are the
wheel
race
terribly
highlights.
well. We've got some growth and development still to do with this squad before they're going to be terribly competitive. 5th attempt, stage 5. We haven't done poorly at all, but we're just not quite strong enough to get a win. We're thereabouts, and maybe one of these days we can. The team did pick up a win this season, didn't they? Maybe 2 now? I've lost track with so many
Only 10
active
kilometers
series,
left.
kind of where we're at on that, but
The pack
we're
is just
certainly not
reeled
a
in the
bad
escape
team.
group.
I like the technical nature, the weaving back and forth, and if we can get something like that near the end on this
The
one,
sprinters are positioning
maybe
themselves
just
up
maybe
front. It'll
the
probably be a mass
strength
sprint
of the
finish.
position can benefit us as Spider-Man goes to take over. Cyclops gave us a good 7K on the front and didn't get us clear of everybody else, but certainly did get us in that ultimate, strong position. All right, here we go, Spider-Man.
The finish line is getting
That's
close.
pretty clear
The
on
riders
Captain
just
America,
passed the 5
under
kilometers
5K.
outside.
It is fairly technical. There is a little bit of a hill through here, and nobody's feeling it besides Captain America. Wolverine now, just a 65 on the sprint, but a pretty good flat rating for Wolverine. Captain America still ahead of him, and this is technical. This is
And there goes the
winding.
mad burst for the final sprint.
On to Iron Man. Come on now. Black Panther. Star-Lord. Can we get the top 3 this time? This is really close to maybe
Superb
another top
sprint
3.
victory. He was the
Oh,
strongest
4th
at the
place
last.
again. Millimeters from 2nd and down in 4th. Cardi takes the win. Mattias 2nd. Quick, and then Black Panther. Star-Lord grabs 7th. Iron Man 10th. So again, we're kind of getting that 3 riders to lead out the chase.
We're waiting for the back markers who appear to be fairly
Star-Lord
numerous
always
in
right
this
there around the
difficult
top
race.
10 as we're towing him in to keep him in his strong GC position, which is now 4th with all these sprint stages and the time gains of the top 3. In a race that I've won many times, I don't like our chances today. We brought a good team. We need a top 10. That should be pretty doable, but this is a hard race. We've already seen this peloton split in half. We're already seeing a breakaway that was fairly large, that had a decent gap, already get pulled back, already breaking apart, already down to a minute. You can already see how stretched we are and how many riders are well behind. Groot's not going to last much longer. There's still 80K to go. Luckily, Groot's the only one on a negative race day condition, which does make a certain amount of sense. Groot is the only rider here that is not on a fitness peak. Groot expected 0. Everybody else expected +2. We do fall well short of what that is, besides Black Widow, who's got a +4. But as a team, the only positives are a +3, and then you've got 1 at a 0.
This is the last third of the race. The team leaders have their minds fixed on today's goal. A rider has just
Or
fallen.
-8 otherwise,
A
so
couple of teams have set
-5
themselves
collective
up
as a team
pacemakers for the
net.
pack.
Yeah,
They obviously don't
not
have
so good.
anybody in the
And you
breakaway
can see
group.
how Groot
We've
is
just
just
learned
about done,
to
and the
fall.
peloton
Let's
is
hope
even
that all
smaller than it
riders will get
was.
up quickly.
There was 80 something a moment ago. Now there's 51 left as we hit this undulation again and again and again, and it continues to just be relentless and do its damage. I like this race. It's a fun race. It's gonna be difficult on us today, especially with a couple of the World Tour teams. Right now, our chances, though, not too bad. I have my whole team in this group of 57. There's only one rider left off the front. They're going to be toast very, very soon. We're down to 54K now, so that's good. But did we just see a split? No. No, but we did see a couple riders going backwards that I did not know were going backwards in Ant-Man and Nebula. Ant-Man, go get water. Nebula. Why were you off pace a little bit? You were supposed to be protecting your sister, Gamora. Oh, it's that momentary disconnect. Not sure how the rider protecting somebody without losing their energy ended up dropping back, but there is Groot going backwards, just 51 left. So at this point, based on the odds, we already have a 20% chance of succeeding in this, just based on the numbers game, but also the fact that we have a large number of the riders in that 51 adds to that chance because of the ability to succeed. It's going to be a difficult race to stay alive in. Down to 50, and Groot's still here. We need to up the effort though. 76 is no longer enough. Pace is really picking up here with 40k to go, and that damage is going to get worse and worse. Deadpool not going to last a whole lot longer. Prepared to use our gel in the near future.
Uh-oh, the pack is quick in the pace. This climb is feared by many riders. The percentages are very high.
See, we're still blinking red even at 81. And it's down to 41, down to 29. Okay, now our chances are really increasing, especially considering we still have all 7 and there's 28 around, meaning there's only 21 others. We only need to beat roughly half of them to get in. Okay, Groot has been dropped. Auto, thank you. Okay, up the effort please, don't suddenly get dropped. 22 left to the Peloton, and we've got 6 of them. Things are looking good on that part. Down to 20 now. We're already nearly in the remaining top 10. As, you know, besides what we have here, there's only 14 others. Now we only need to beat less than half of them. You know, at the finish, not all 20 are going to attack the line. 26k though is a long distance. 18 riders now. Better and better are our odds. Nebula will be the next one to use that gel, but the pace seems like it's lifted a little bit now that we're down to 18. Gaps behind are not increasing.
The riders are going through a very tough portion with
Until you hit the
percentages
climb.
above 10%. That's a group nosedive. But as often happens, they're all getting back in the saddle.
Nebula, go ahead and gel up. Now 17. Just 11 other contenders. 16, but it's Deadpool that's dropped, so that still means 11 others. Two more to be dropped and we're guaranteed a top 10. $15k to go.
The finish line is getting close. The
And
riders
you
have
can
just
see
passed
there's
the
a
15 kilometers
couple,
road
2 or
time.
3 riders at the back that are really struggling.
Radio Tour has announced a flat tire for a rider.
Okay, we need to also readjust. Nebula was protecting Gamora, but let's set up the rest of them. Hulk can definitely climb. Black Widow's a little punchy. There's your weak link. Go ahead and protect. Black Widow's a little quicker than Hulk. Oh! Uh-oh. There goes the front 4. Response time. Okay, Gamora, follow Black Widow, follow Hulk. Follow Ant-Man. Nebula. 13.4K. 12 chasing 4. Only a few riders here able to contribute. Now somehow we're at 18. It's 14 chasing 4.
Holy cow, that was a fall. Only 10 kilometers left.
Ron
9.4K.
goes onto the attack.
Let's get Hulk ready. Down to 12 chasing 4,
Watch
and we
out,
have
a team leader is
5.
falling behind.
Just about. $6.7K. Still have not caught those front 4. That's somebody lapped
There are
plus
just
the
5
front
kilometers
4.
left.
And we split off. We split off. Nebula is in the chase group. But there you go, Nebula. Just sit on, please. We are 4 chasing the front 4. 4K to go. That's not sprint territory, but it is definitely 99 territory.
And he moves on to the attack. It could be decisive.
3K to go.
This climb features some dreadful percentages.
And Ant-Man is finally done. Hulk, 2.5K to go. Guaranteed top 10 at this rate, unless that group behind us catches up to us. But right now, we are pulling away.
There we go. The
And we
sprint
catch
is on.
these front
The riders
ones
are setting themselves up.
for the line. We're going to miss a podium, but we'll get a top 5.
Well, nobody can dispute that.
Van
win.
Dram
It was
for the
very
win.
Well deserved. The
Ben
tail
Thomas,
enders are still coming in.
Bonifazio, Black Widow grabs 4th, Gamora grabs 5th, Cockard falls off that front group to take 6th, Hulk takes 7th, Ant-Man 8th, and there it is. So we crush this top 10 necessary 3-star achievement. That's a very big result for us. Not only do we get the top 10, but we get a super success with a top 5, and we came oh so close. That group just slipping off the front. We couldn't quite pull them back. We left everybody else in the dust, but that group was a little too strong. I should have been able to react to that. We had the numbers. Unfortunate on that part. Not sure we're going to win anyway. Again, with the winning complicated. Still, very good result. 4th place. I think we might have been able to do more than 4th. I think we could have been on the podium anyway. Just based on looking at those guys around us. All we need to do is beat one of those 3 who are sprinting it out at the end. Cockard clearly did not have the energy to continue on. That is going to do it for this episode, though, of Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button. I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. And bye for now.